Matthew, I've been so busy lifting things up and putting them down that we haven't been able to do this show in a couple of days. But I'm done. I'm done working out. We're back here on 15 rounds of Flambé. I think I need a protein shake. What do you think?
Oh, I was going to say, is it really more like lifting? Was it just, like the usual life getting in the way and just schedules not working up, syncing up? So I thought it was more that.
No, it's me trying to lift things up and put them back down.
So you want to flex for a bit then?
Well, Matthew, while we discuss our favorite cartoon Halloween episode, the Minnesota Vikings are living a Halloween episode of their own, with their star running back Adrian Peterson going down for possibly the whole month with a torn meniscus, and some reports saying a torn LCL. Thank you. LCL, ligament in his knee. What is going on? What do you think, Minnesota? First Teddy Bridgewater, and now AD. What is going to be life like for Minnesota?
That's actually a good transition between cartoon Halloween episodes and the Vikings' nightmare of the season. But actually, the Vikings are 2-0 so far, and he's been running for 50 yards on 31 carries. So Vikings are near the bottom in every rushing statistic, are still 2-0, and just beat their biggest rival on Sunday night. So even though it's bad, I mean, this is a very good, deep Vikings team, so they could still be in the playoff line.
No, but here's the thing I look at it, and yes, they are still 2-0. Yes, they did come off a big win over Green Bay this past week. But when you look at and let the numbers be what they may, Adrian Peterson is still, until proven otherwise, the best running back in the NFL. He is. Physically gifted, out of this world. He's one of the greatest running backs of all time. He's definitely the best running back in the NFL now. Although, like you said, his production hasn't been there like it has been in the past. It's still only 2 weeks into the season. But I think this is going to affect them because when Sam Bradford stepped in for Sean Hill, and Sean Hill stepped in for Teddy Bridgewater, the defenses that they were going against are always going to be gauged to stopping the run. They're going to pack the box. They're going to make the quarterback beat them. I am not a proponent or a big fan of Sam Bradford. I think he's a waste of a number 1 pick. Sorry, but I think that with this injury to Adrian Peterson, defenses are going to start now gearing up for stopping the quarterback because they haven't already been able to run the ball with Adrian Peterson because the defenses are stacking the boxes. Now they're going to take all these other guys, Matt Asiata,
thank you. They're going to be his backup.
Exactly. So they're going to take Asiata, they're going to take the backup running backs that Minnesota has. I'm going to say, okay, let's see if you guys can beat this. We're going to play back in zone coverage. We're going to play number 0 coverage against the wide receivers out on top, and we're going to make Sam Bradford not only beat us, but we're also going to make the running backs beat us because you guys aren't Adrian Peterson. So I think even though it's not a big issue right now because they're 2-0, it's going to become one because they're not going to have that threat on the offensive end.
I mean, I would disagree. Like you said, you think Sam Bradford's a waste of number 1 pick. And even though he hasn't had like a career like, say, Andrew Luck, he's still the biggest thing is always his health. But when he's healthy, he plays well. He outperformed Aaron Rodgers on Sunday night, which you would have kind of hard thinking or actually saying. But like
Aaron Rodgers is also off to a slow start.
In 2014, when Peterson missed all but 1 game due to that torn ACL injury, Asiata and McKinley combined for over 1,100 yards. So they know how to, they can still provide a solid running game even though Adrian Peterson's not there. I just feel like this is a very deep, the defense to me is one of the best in the league. Sam Bradford, the big question is health. But if Sam Bradford stays healthy, then I feel like this could definitely be a team which the Packers are struggling, the Bears are just an embarrassment, the Lions, you never know. I feel like even though it might be a struggle right now, I feel like this is a good enough team in that weak NFC with non-dominant NFC team to still contend for a while.
The only reason why I don't think they're gonna fall off towards the end of the season until they get Adrian Peterson back is because Green Bay isn't gonna play this bad all season. They're not. I mean, last week, I'm not going to say it was a fluke because divisional games are always tougher in the NFL. We all know this. You got a big one coming up this week. But division games are always tough. They are. So when you look at this and you look at knowing that Green Bay is not going to stay down for long, knowing that this is a divisional game, and the stat was that I think Aaron Rodgers in his last 18 meetings against the Vikings is like 11-7. So the Vikings know how to beat the Packers. It's a division rival. It has happens.
I would counter that by saying like Aaron Rodgers and say I believe the last 14 games dating back to last season hasn't had a passer rating over 100, which puts him less than say elite top 3 number 1 quarterback in the league.
I thought you were going to say
Bortles. So there's something really going on with the Packers. So even though in the past we've been proving that they fix it, they turn around the ship. I'm not sure they're going to be able to do it this season.
I think they will. I said they have been able to do it, and when I got number 12 as my quarterback, that's where I'm looking at those. That's the person I'm going to put the ball in the hands of. And I think for Minnesota, when it boils down to it and when you get down to the bare bones and nitty-gritty, you don't have Adrian Peterson. That's a big weapon that you lose, and it's going to, whether it's down the road, whether it's next week, whether it's today, affect your offense in a negative way.
And we last talked about rivalries, the NFC North with Packers, Vikings. Yeah, what are your thoughts for this upcoming weekend when New York goes to Washington? Actually, the other way around. Washington comes to New York, and you got the old Odell, Josh Norman matchup again.
You see, the Odell, Josh Norman matchup is like, for somebody that's not a Giant fan, because we're going to get to you, Giant fan. I'm not a Giant fan, and I'm not the biggest fan of Odell Beckham Jr. I'm not. I truthfully am more of a Victor Cruz guy. We're just talking about Victor Cruz, but I do like Victor Cruz a little bit better. A lot better, actually. And I'm not a big Josh Norman fan, even though I did, like I said, I've been on tap for saying that he was the best cornerback last season. He was hands down the best cornerback last season, in my opinion. I'm just excited because all this news that he is going to be completely shadowing Odell Beckham unless Odell gets put in the slot. I can't wait to see them go at it. I mean, it's about to be a prize fight. And here's the only thing about prize fights. I don't think one is going to have, I don't think it's going to go round for round. I think someone's going to get blown out. And I'm excited to see who's going to be. I think either Odell Beckham's not going to have. I think he's going to have either one catch for 13 yards and Josh Norman shuts him down, or Odell's going to have 8 catches for $130 and a touchdown or 2, and he's going to be all over Josh Norman. And the thing I can't wait for the press conference after.
I mean, I believe in the latter, also maybe because I'm a Giants fan, but I haven't, outside of Odell shutting himself down in that game last season against Carolina, I haven't seen anyone shut down Odell Beckham with 1 or 2 catches for less than 20, 30 yards. But last season was just a complete mess. As a football fan first, then a Giants fan close second. I was just, as someone who used to play football, I was just disgusted watching all those helmet hits, watching Odell 120 yards down
and then come back and just try and blow. I laughed.
I mean. It was just absolutely disgusting. But I'm hopeful that the officials are going to be more aware of this whole rivalry situation and everything. So that's going to be cooled down. But just listening to a bunch of interviews with Odell, he seems more mature. He seems like he's not going to let his emotions get the better of him. I feel like it's going to be very important that, say, Victor Cruz is in that same locker room, lining up right next to him. Nope. I feel Victor Cruz is maybe the leader of that receiving core. He's the veteran, and having Eli also helps. I don't think that has anything to do with it. To be completely honest, I really think Victor Cruz does, because Odell last season, I don't think Odell's going to be more mature about the situation. He was the one person that Eli trusted. He was getting all the attention. With Victor Cruz, you have Sterling Shepard. Especially, they're going to grab some attention. Also, because Victor Cruz is just a good good mentor to have. He's smart. He knows the business. So I just feel like he has Odell's back.
I'm not saying that Victor Cruz doesn't have a say in any of this. I don't say that at all. I disagree with you when you say that Odell's going to be more mature about this situation. This is a mano-a-mano thing. It's a man-on-man thing. This is one of those you're not better than me situations. You might say you're better than me. You might have got the money that makes you think you're better than me, but you're not better than me. I do personally, like I said, I think it's going to go bang for bang, or not bang for bang. I think it's going to be somebody's going to dominate somebody else. But I think, in my heart of hearts, I think Cruz is going to have a huge game. Because I just do. I think Cruz is going to have an absolute huge game. But I don't think that not Cruz. I'm sorry. Beckham's gonna have a huge game. I'm not gonna look at
all 3 of them gonna have a big game.
Yeah, no, I think Beckham's gonna have a huge game, and I would be pleasantly surprised if Norman can shut down Odell Beckham, but I don't see that happening. Like I said, I think he's gonna have a huge game. I think he's gonna have 8 catches, $132, maybe a touchdown or 2, make fantasy owner go crazy, and the press conference afterwards is gonna be hilarious. But I think last year showed a lot that to get under Odell Beckham's skin is how you can beat him. And I think that Norman's going to try that again. And this is where it's going to show whether or not he's been fully mature. I don't think he's 100% past everything that happened last year, because as a professional athlete, when somebody gets under your skin like that, you don't forget it. You don't. So
I just feel like just in recent interviews, maybe say in the off season, like saying in February, March, when things are still kind of emotional, still hot, I feel like both of them seem very immature about it. But like recently, listening to Beckham, I haven't really heard much about it. It's mostly been just Josh and the entire Washington team talking about their like cornerback situation. Why aren't you guarding the best receiver on the team? And I just think the Giants offense, even they didn't really do well last week. They had an impressive showing against Dallas. Washington's 20th in pass defense. Kirk Cousins has been a turnover machine. This Giants defense is thankfully so much better, holding Drew Brees to 13 points on Sunday. I feel like the Giants can have a lot of opportunities for scoring. So I definitely think the Giants are going to win this game.
I don't know who's going to win it, because I don't like to pick divisional games. I don't, because divisional games,
Who did you pick, Pats or Dolphins?
I'm always going to pick against the New England Patriots. No, seriously, no. I thought the Patriots were going to win. When Garoppolo went out, I thought that's when the Dolphins had a chance. But then I remember that they're the Miami Dolphins, and, they're the Miami Dolphins. Sorry about that, Chuck. But that's just the fact of the matter. I don't know. I don't like to pick divisional games. If I had to pick, like if I had a knife in my back, or a knife to my back, I should say, and I had to pick, I think my gut is telling me to go with the Giants, just because Washington is playing so bad, and I do think Beckham's going to have a huge game. So I think that's how it can go. But I don't know. I think, like I said, divisional games are always tricky to call. So that's how I think it's going to. I just think it's going to be great to see these two titans of the game, if you want to call them that, go against each other.
I wouldn't.
You would call Beckham that. You wouldn't call Norman.
Yeah, because he's had the greatest receiving rookie season ever. So yeah, maybe he's a titan, but not really the other guy.
Okay. Biased. Matthew, we're rounding out the show we have today. We're talking about, unfortunately, the New England Patriots, the team that I've hated for a number of years and will continue to hate for the rest of my life. But anyway, the Pats are down to their third-string quarterback after Brady's suspension, Jimmy Garoppolo's shoulder injury, and now rookie quarterback from NC State, Jacoby Brissett, is taking snaps underneath the center. What do you think is going to happen? Is it going to be another week of winning for the Patriots, or are they going to finally slip up and drop to 2-1, losing their first game of the year?
Even though all signs point to Brissett starting, Jimmy Garoppolo is still listed as doubtful, and you never know with the Patriots and like the injury list and everything. And Belichick came out on a radio show.
He's not playing. I don't believe nothing out of Belichick's mouth before
he said the decision may not come until he actually has to make the inactive list earlier in the day tomorrow. So I just really don't know. But if Brissett is starting, I really don't know, because Bill Belichick is a genius. I thought they would go 2-2, maybe 1-3, and they beat a Super Bowl contending team, Cardinals, and they beat, even though the Dolphins, a division opponent, while losing their starting quarterback in the middle of that game. So Texans are rookie quarterbacks against the Texans are 0-6 since Bill O'Brien has been their head coach, and J.J. Watt has 10 sacks. So I feel like this is a defensive front that could really fluster and bother a rookie quarterback, but the Belichick factor, you just never know.
I agree with it, is that the Belichick factor goes a very, very long way, because when you look at Garoppolo, I was talking to a friend of mine who's a big Patriots fan, and I had told him going into week 1, how's it going to feel to be 0-1? You're going to be in last place. You're going to be tied for last place. How does that feel? I let him hear it the whole night. We were going out to a friend's birthday. I let him hear it the whole night. And then when the long snapper had the bad snap for Arizona and he flustered it, and then the kick went wide left, I just said it's to no end. How are they even in this game? The Belichick factor goes farther than any other coach in the NFL. You can give. It's almost mystical. That's what it is. The Belichick factor is almost mystical in a sense. But I think that this is the week that it catches up, as far as an unprepared rookie quarterback who, I can tell you right now, Jacoby Brissett might keep saying like, "Oh yeah, I was ready," next man up. He might say all the right things. He might be, as you were talking about South Park, PC, but he's not gonna be ready, because You can't tell me in training camp this year that he was ready to take enough reps, and he was getting enough reps to prepare him for J.J. Watt, for the Houston Texans, and for the speed of an NFL game. Yes, he's got a whole week to prepare, and yes, that whole week is going to go a long way. And yes, I'm expecting the Patriots offense to be a very conservative as far as their play calling, but I don't know. I can't give him this one. I refuse to give New England this one.
I guess in the past, looking at the 2 previous games, that's what Bill Belichick has been known for. He had so much time to prepare Jimmy Garoppolo for the Arizona Cardinals, for the Miami Dolphins. And with this short week, this game happened. Jimmy Garoppolo got injured on Sunday. Short weeks on Thursday. You got to travel to Houston and everything. I guess all signs point to the Patriots finally losing a game this season. But if I had to go to Las Vegas right now and put money on this game,
you would lose your money.
I would put the Patriots because I don't trust the Texans. I trust the Bill Belichick more with a rookie quarterback more than say J.J. Watt. So that's just my thing. And doing some research earlier today that the Patriots had no quarterback on their practice squad. I believe they invited T.J. Yates for a workout, but they didn't sign him. So as of now,
I think it's Julian Edelman.
Their backup quarterback might as well be Julian Edelman.
Julian Edelman was a quarterback at Kent State in college, but he hasn't been a quarterback in a really long time, and they're probably going to be running a high school offense with Julian Edelman at quarterback.
He threw a pass in I believe it was the AFC Championship and the AFC Divisional game against Baltimore a few years ago.
The difference between throwing a pass on a trick play and lining up and shotguns under center every single play. Brissett better not get hurt.
Do you really have to keep up with Brock Osweiler? You're not like you're facing the British on tour. You just need to score like maybe 15, 18 points.
But you never know against that defensive front. Maybe Brock Osweiler breaks out of it. I don't know. I'm just not putting on a short week. I'm not putting my money on a rookie quarterback. I'm just not.
I'm not putting it on a rookie quarterback. I'm putting it on Bill Belichick. That's what I'm doing.
I hate Belichick. I hate the Patriots. Well, that's all the show we have for you guys. 15 rounds of Flambé, Aaron Johnson, Matthew Johnson. We're both here. We're both back. I'm going to go back to lifting things up and putting them down. No, I'm not. I'm going to probably eat something and go to sleep. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for keeping up with us this week. We got a lot going on. We're going to still be, throwing up content, throwing up, hopefully, a website soon. I'm praying, hoping. But yeah, keep liking, keep subscribing. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Matt, you got anything to say to the people?
Yeah, I really hope you guys understand that we're sorry that we couldn't put up the episode on Monday. We hope you enjoyed this one on Wednesday. We're gonna try and keep putting up episodes Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, for these next end of this week, beginning of next week, and so on. Go back to our regular schedule, but things just kept on happening.
Gosh darn it, people, we got full-time jobs. My man got 2 jobs. Nah, I just got 1 and he got 1. But anyway, you guys have been rocking with us. You guys have been rolling with us. Thank you to all the subscribers that are there. We got to give you guys a shout out. Thank you for all the people that continue to watch us on Facebook, on Twitter. Just keep bringing it in, guys. Bring it in. Just enjoy us. Put down your comments. Give us a liking. Give us a whatever you want to watch, whatever you want to do, whatever you want us to talk about. We're gonna be here. We're gonna be.
I like that idea. Give us ideas of what you guys maybe want to talk about in sports.
We're gonna be here. We ain't going nowhere. Y'all stuck with us, man. Y'all stuck with us. Like he's stuck with me. But we'll be back on Friday. And keep tuned. Matthew, who you got tomorrow? One word, go.
Patriots.
You suck. Go Houston.